Hello and welcome to my channel Janine's Babblings. I'm Janine. Join me while I walk through bushland with my oodles Molly and Willow, discovering new plants and trees through the ever-changing seasons. I originally began my vlogs for family and friends who are housebound, taking them for walks through my eyes and my wobbly legs. I hope you enjoy this episode.
Hello, and it's another weather forecast by Janine. It's going to be a maximum of 33 today. It's currently 28.5. Apparently it feels like 25 at the moment, but I think it does feel like 28. It's the 30th of November. It's a Saturday, and I think we're going to spend most of the day indoors. What do you reckon? Honestly thought that was Molly's laid down next to me while I did the weather forecast. I realised it's a rock. What am I? There's the dogs. See, they're not rocks. They're dogs. But you have to admit, they are the same colour as the rocks. Let's face it. Oh, Molly's having a wee-wee. Honestly, it is really warm. Really, really warm. I kind of regret not getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning now to walk these little puppies. And I'm not talking about my boobies there. Although I'm taking them on a walk as well. Couldn't exactly leave them behind, could I? So yeah, it's quite disgusting. I think we're going to go into the wood. It'll be a bit shady, and oh, bit of shade. I'm shade hopping. Yeah, I'm going to go into the wood. It'll be shadier in there and cooler. Right, so we're going to take a little walk through the wood because it's cooler in here. There's so many things flying around. Oh, one just hit me in the face. It's all nice and crispy under my feet where everything is so dry. See their red tails? Beautiful. I just walked through a massive great cobweb. I really didn't like that. It went all in my hair and in my head as I walked through those two grass trees. Oh, you can't see them because the camera's on me. The two grass trees that are behind me now. Anyway, right, now then, last time I come this way, I couldn't find Knobbly Tree, so I'm searching for him because I have another poem. Oh, look, I found him. I've come in a different way. We've never visited him from this angle before. Knobbly tree, this is the section of the knobbly tree. Hi, knobbly tree. Oh, hello, you've come back so quick. I know, but I have another poem and I couldn't wait any longer to read it to you. So here we go. Oh, thank you for that. Just get prepared. Take that off. Da, 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 da. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, talk amongst yourselves again. Oh, thank you for coming back again. I do like sharing my life with everyone. I bet you do. And I know everybody's going, well, thank you for sharing your life with us. Right, are we ready? Yes, please read it. Okay, so this is another poem by Mark Vokes, my brother, and this one's called My Mate. Your tractor is a hard-working thing, not to mention the strange joy that it brings. Bit like a workhorse that doesn't eat grass and doesn't have shit falling out of its arse. Whoops. He's my old mate I spend time with all day. Hard as nails, what more can I say? I'll tell you now, he'll never be sold. He will be here till he's rusty and old. I do love my tractor. I will miss him so, but he will always be in my heart. I'll never let go. Well, thank you, Mark. A little bit of the rude words in there, though. Sorry, anybody that doesn't like that, but it was very funny. And we do love our tractor. We do love our tractor. And he is rusty and he is very old. Thank you, Mark. That was quite funny. I hear the tractor going around sometimes. I know, because we have to do the fire break and everything with the tractor. Yes, I can imagine. I'm glad he doesn't come and knock me over. Oh, he wouldn't be able to do that. You're way too big and strong. That's very, very true. Right, I think we're done here. Bye, Knobbly Tree. Hi, just take the glasses off. Don't need them just for the minute. So I thought I'd talk about being a celiac. So I was diagnosed with celiac disease back in my early 30s, not long after we moved to Australia. And the only reason they tested me, well, they didn't actually test me, but they found it, was because I went to the doctors, had a blood test, and my iron levels were so low, the doctor couldn't work out why I was walking. Yeah, my hemoglobin levels were low, my iron levels were low, and when I say low, they were like 1. And so she needed to work out why they were that low. So she sent me off for a colonoscopy, and that showed that the villi in my stomach, when you're a celiac, it flattens when you eat gluten. When you're not a celiac, your villi is fat, and all your nutrients and everything can go through the villi. But when it's flattened, no nutrients or anything can get through them. It blocks everything, hence why people can become very skinny, or they can become very bloated, because they've got no nutrients whatsoever in them. So you can feel really shitty. So I was put on a gluten-free diet, and it made a massive, massive difference. I have to admit, it was very hard to start with. Just going shopping was ridiculous. It took me hours. Virtually everything that I bought contained some form of gluten. All of your tins, all of your packets. So you kind of end up eating a caveman diet. So all natural stuff, just meat, potatoes, vegetables, all of that stuff, which is good for you. Going out was a nightmare. Not a lot of people knew about it, not even like in restaurants, in pubs. It was like, well, this didn't happen years ago. You know, what is it? Is it a fashion? It's not a fashion. I do not understand people that say they want something gluten-free when they're not a celiac, because or they haven't got some sort of gluten tolerance. Because why would you? The bread's not nice. You don't want to just eat gluten-free cakes. I have to admit, the bread has improved and the cakes are amazing. But you don't want to be gluten-free if you're not a celiac or gluten intolerant. I can tell now if I have gluten because it makes my gums hurt, the roof of my mouth go funny, and my tongue goes a bit weird. I don't always get a tummy ache, but if I do get a tummy ache, then I've had a pretty bad dose of it, and it's a really bad tummy ache. It sits high, and it feels like somebody's punched me in the guts. It really, really does hurt. I do sometimes get an upset stomach, and terribly, terribly farty and stinky farty. Other people, they just get the farts. My granddaughter has recently been diagnosed with celiac disease, and she gets whiteys. She goes white, she shakes, and she passes out. So there's all different ways people, the symptoms that gluten gives them. It's very strange. But the importance of sticking to a gluten-free diet isn't because you're not going to get the farts, you're not going to get a tummy ache, or your gum's going to hurt, or you're going to pass out. it is because if you continue to eat gluten and ignore the fact that you're a celiac, you can end up with stomach cancer. So it is quite a serious disease, and with being a celiac comes other autoimmune diseases, hence why I've got autoimmune hepatitis that I'll always have. I've got rheumatoid arthritis. Fortunately for me, at the moment, it's only in one finger. I occasionally get it in my toe. And you can also, diabetes goes side by side with celiac disease. I haven't got that one, and I don't wish to have it. So that's a little bit about being celiac. It's a lot easier now because people are a lot more accommodating in bars and restaurants, a lot more accommodating. I mean, we have a pub down the road called the Noble Falls, and the chef will actually eliminate an ingredient that has got the gluten in to make us a meal, because we went in last time. I said, you've got 3 celiacs out here. 2 of them want this particular meal. So they were able to work out how to do it gluten-free, and they did it for us fresh, and it was amazing. Why the gluten needed to be in there at all, I don't know. And they brought down the air fryer from the house to cook my granddaughter, because she's a real chippy, gluten-free chips, and they grilled her some fresh chicken breast. So they really bent over backwards for us, and I really, really do appreciate that. Thank you, Noble Falls. And there are other places that do really good gluten-free food as well. The Chidlow being one, Chidlow Tavern. If you've watched my past videos, you see that we're there quite a lot as well. Mount Helena do gluten-free food. Parkerville do gluten-free food. And the Victoria in 2J do gluten-free food, which I've also shown you. The Freemasons did, and I'm assuming they still do, because they've been closed and they reopened. But anyway, that's by the by. So what I'm saying is, if you're a celiac, don't be complacent about it. Make sure you stick to a gluten-free diet. You don't want to end up with stomach cancer. That's my say on the matter. Look at that dust. It's all going to go in the house. Come on, girls, keep walking. And here's our tractor. It's very old, as you can see. Look at its poor seat. We desperately, desperately need a new seat. It does have doors that go on here. And it's called My Mate. How about that then? And there it is. Beautiful. Well, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. But until then, I'm going to go and give the birds and lizards and small creatures their water. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. Love you all. Mwah.